I guess I'm always like curious when I interview writers about the process and things that as the viewer we never get to really see.
Yeah.
But does it ever hurt to see the simplicity of a screenplay compared to the eloquent words you might use in your novels? Like,
Not me. I didn't have any expectations to begin with, but I also know how different a medium it is, and so it doesn't. And I figure if you're impacted by the movie, there's a possibility that you would read the book, or vice versa. And there is a simplicity to image that still has a depth to it because it comes right through our eyes and into our soul,
Yeah.
And I think inside that simplicity, sometimes you hear things that you wouldn't otherwise. People get things out of my books that I never wrote.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you looked at The Shack and Crossroads and Eve, did this one? Did you have any premonition that this could be something that could be made into a movie
No.
above the other ones? Or
No. I wrote The Shack first as a Christmas present for my kids and made 15 copies at Office Depot that did everything I ever wanted it to do. So, I mean, this is so out of my history and experience. And so I've never thought of it in those terms. It's always been, I'm working on a question. I'm exploring a question. And this was, The Shack particularly, was a request from my wife, Kim, to say, would you write a gift to our kids that just puts in one place how you think? Because you think outside the box.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And so from that novel to your latest, has the process gotten shorter, or like what's the length of time when it goes from concept to when you finally have your completed work?
I'm not a disciplined kind of guy. I don't get up and do my 1,000 words. Some of my friends do, and they benefit from it. They're better craftsmen, I think, than I am. I think my writing has matured over the course of the 3 novels, and each one has been very different. Crossroads was like The Shack, and it was like jumping into a river that nobody else was in. Eve, hardest thing I've ever done, and some of it was like going down the river. Some of it was very, very hair-pulling, gut-wrenching, arduous labor work. And but it's my favorite of the 3. But for the generations to come,
Yeah.
So they're all different. And but I've always been a writer, and just who knew that anybody else would care but my friends and family.
Is there anything that you feel like the film doesn't pick up that the book kind of might have elaborated on?
Of course.
Is there anything in particular that you could point to for the people that's going to view it, like it was more to that scene or something else?
Great question. There is some conversations that take place, because the book is much more dialogue heavy, which was part of the challenge of taking it onto screen. So there's conversations about sort of the indoctrination that we've given to ourselves, religious-wise or political-wise or any of those kinds of things, that I think have some real relevance to what we're dealing with. But you just do not have the capacity to deal with it in terms of a single storyline arc.
Yeah.
And really, it is better for the book than it is for the screen.
Yeah.
And so there's a bunch of those. But
all right, well, great movie for all of you viewers. Y'all go check out Crossroads and Eve also, and go see The Shack.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
You bet.
Car leaves in 20 seconds.
We gotta go, you little rascal.
Do you think the princess should have a red dress like mine?
Red it is.
Where's Missy?
Missy! Where's Missy? Sorry, Mac, they haven't seen her. Missy! Missy! I was scared. I didn't know what to do.
Possible suspect sighting. Ground teams found the truck in the mountains.
I'm really sorry, Mr. Phillips.
You want some help over there?
I'm okay.
I'll have some dinner tonight.
Maybe next time.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We've lost so much already. I don't want to lose you, too.
The letter showed up in my mailbox. with no tracks in the snow.
You're not thinking about going back there, are you?
I gotta do something.
You know this isn't a good idea.
It's crazy, but this is all I got. Got the fire going inside if you want to warm up.
Mackenzie Allen Phillips. I've been looking forward to this.
Do I know you?
Not very well, but we can work on that.
This is incredible.
He's still having a hard time believing this is real.
Why did you bring me here?
There's no easy answer that'll take your pain away.
Where were you when I needed you?
I never left you. I never left this.
Ain't it just like a tear to go and blur?
You want me to forgive him? I want him to hurt like he hurt me.
You want the promise of a pain-free life. There isn't one.
Yeah, when the pain
You can do this. I can't. But on your own, you can.
This is your flying lesson.